Okay, Aries, a lot was coming through in the channel messages. The cards show great room for expansion around power and purpose and what you're going to be cultivating this season and moving into 2022. So let's get started. The channeled messages, there was what I was seeing when I was channeling. It's like there was this argument happening between two parties, between you and someone else. And it almost had the potential of getting violent, of getting physical. So remember, Venus is currently retrograde. It's retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, which is also a fellow cardinal sign like Aries. So it does create a square-based aspect in astrology. So there's friction, there's heat. I wouldn't be surprised if there may be a conflict or a confrontation that gets you very heated. So this can be something to avoid that you're just going internally to see which relationships, which family members, which opportunities around work are just simply no longer serving you or just even draining your energy, because every time you think about them, it gets you riled up. It makes you very emotional. The energy that I saw as well is you just also like this kind of guardian energy, whether it was like a friend or a lover, like holding you back to being like, no, you don't need to engage with this anymore. And you're able to walk away. It was almost like a soldier was coming home and just letting go of this burden or this thought or this relationship once and for all. And it felt so good. And they went to a healer. And there's also a lot of water energy. This is going to be very specific and obviously not meant for everyone. But if there's some of you that access to a waterfall, or you're traveling and there's an opportunity to be around that kind of water energy, or even just if you're in the bath or taking long showers and just letting that water energy rinse over you and to heal you and your wounds and your cuts, that was coming through a lot. Or even if you can go to a spa where they do kind of that water therapy. I know there's certain like Turkish baths services in certain spas where they just like give you a full kind of scrub head to toe and just like douse you with water. That was coming through as a nice purification energy. And if some of you have like cuts or scrapes on your hands currently, or if your hands or wrists are sore from the work that you do or just an injury, that was also coming through as a chance to heal that. And also the mother was coming through very, very strongly, and just reevaluating your relationship with your mother, how you mother yourself, that divine feminine. That was all coming through Aries as a way to, again, probably to really use advantage with this Venus retrograde energy of what you value, how you love, how you show up in relationships, what you need in relationships to help serve you. A lot of that, of course, can be linked back to our relationships or lack of a relationship with our parents. And so what was coming through, and even got me really emotional. I had to come back to myself before I even started recording, but a lot of tears were coming up as I was channeling that energy of reconnecting with the mother, or just how you are going to mother yourself during this Capricorn season and moving into 2022. And it may be the catalyst from that friction or from that argument in a relationship that sparks that need to get clarity or reconciliation, or just the love that you need and deserve, giving that to yourself, or connecting in with a mother or a mother-like figure. Could be an aunt, a sister, a grandmother, or just even a male energy that possesses that maternal energy that you can connect with over this time. Okay, so that was a channeled energy. And again, water therapy, water energy to help cool you, help bring you down, help with that inflammation in a physical and emotional way would be really great. The cards are quite prominent in terms of hardcore Aries activation of leveling up. First three cards, we have the Emperor, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the King of Wands. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of expansion, a lot of moving into the role and the positions that you desire. And there might even just be some conflict with that ambition, or maybe some haters or people that are jealous of the success that you're going to have. But it's clear that you want this really badly. You want it to move fast in true Aries fashion. So touching on these energies, I pulled 6 cards, given that we're moving into 2022. Yes, 2022, a 6 year. The bottom 3 cards, we have the Two of Wands with the 7 of Cups, and then the 8 of Pentacles. So for me, Aries, Trust me, I get it. I have an Aries moon of going full speed, knowing what we want, going after it, sometimes not having patience and wanting everything immediately. You're going to be moving into new roles of power, new positions of leadership, new fame, notoriety. But first, that healing, deciding where you want to go, deciding what type of power you wish to yield, not just automatically jumping on the first thing. Because with that Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups, if we're still not prioritizing the feminine energy, the healing, we may just be moving into a lateral position. We're not actually going to be moving forward. We're just going to keep attracting the same energy. Also, as well, this is kind of coming through with these cards and just kind of coming through intuitively, that if some of you are still dealing with addictions or vices or certain things to help cope with different people, different stressors in your life, that this would be a time to get clear on that, because that obviously is not going to serve you moving forward into that Emperor, King of Wands type energy. Or even just certain people in your life as well. You're like, these people are a distraction. These people are draining me. This is not working. Going back to the channeled energy before. So just getting very clear on who is filling your cup, how you're filling your cup, to ensure that this beautiful activation is serving you, because you're going to be working extremely hard. This energy of mastery, or working hard for a promotion, or working hard to be seen by other people because you're moving higher. You want to be seen and recognized and work with this higher echelon of individuals. That seems to me very clear. And it's nice too, because the bottom card after I pulled these 6 cards, Ace of Pentacles. So yes, lots of room for growth and expansion. I just want to reiterate that we're not neglecting the feminine and the healing at the same time, because everything here seems very prominent, very successful. And I mean, even moving into 2022, Jupiter will be in the sign of Aries between mid-May and end of October. So yeah, you're setting the foundation, Aries. You're deciding what it is you want, and also even deciding to what areas are important to you. It may not be around work, but you're wanting to really exert yourself and to show up maybe in your family, in your community, in your own personal health. You really want to take the reins and make that a priority. And so I think that's also why this Two of Wands and Seven of Cups is coming, because there's going to be so many different opportunities on where you can grow, where you can give your time and energy and focus to. But it's kind of like, be careful of what you say yes to and what responsibilities you take on, because once you agree to that, you're going to go full force. You're going to work extremely hard. But if we're not addressing past wounds or past heartbreak, we're just going to be attracting opportunities that we haven't healed from. And so you're not going to be able to use that growth and that leadership and that expansion as maybe as diligently as you could, or as easily as you could, had you just taken the time to do a little bit of recalibration beforehand. And even as we begin 2022, Venus will be in retrograde until the end of January, and then Mercury stations retrograde on the 14th of January. So this has kind of been coming through for every single Tarotscope that I've done, is that certain people are working and healing on different parts of themselves to ensure that once they move forward, it's very confidently and there isn't any restrictions or any delays. So just double check everything, making sure that's actually aligned and where you want to go. Because once you say yes, you're going to go full force in that direction, okay? And this is interesting too, because I channeled naturally the mother and healing that energy. But of course, with the Emperor and the King of Wands, it's making sure that your own ego doesn't get in the way and what you think you need to do to impress other people, and maybe even to impress the mother and get that validation in the past, making sure that you're not operating from that place, that it is what you're wishing to step into, not what other people or what you think other people want you to step into, okay? So again, that's very Aries, making sure I do what I want, but digging a little bit deeper into the past and making that proper choice clear-headedly, knowing that that 8 of Pentacles is going to align itself, that what you say yes to, you're going to be putting a lot of work and focus over this Capricorn season specifically, and probably into the entirety of 2022 if we're not careful and making sure that it's aligned, focused, methodical, okay? And like I said, the Ace of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, so your potential to make money and allow that wealth to flow in is unlimited. It's untapped. Yeah, it's kind of like the energy that's coming through. It's like slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady. So even though you want to go extremely quick with that Knight of Swords and bypass everything, it's double checking everything before we go full in. Yeah. Okay, good. What I've been doing for every sign is picking a few cards to reflect on, to ponder with for this upcoming calendar year. So, I'm kind of letting the universe source, and they just say one card for Aries. Okay, one card for Aries, please, for 2022. One card for Aries, please. There's this beautiful energy of the heart chakra that was coming through, like this pink, this love, this adoration, even just pink flowers. If that resonates for you, having them in your kitchen, in your bathroom, on your desk while you're working, there's this really beautiful energy of that just coming through. So that's something I would focus on. Even, of course, rose quartz, the crystal, to activate that even further. The one card that came through, interestingly enough, the Seven of Swords. So this is what we've been talking about, Aries, of not bypassing, not running away from the pain, not just avoiding it at all costs, thinking that's going to go away. We need to address any of that hurt or that emotion or relationship that's no longer serving us. Really, even though it may be uncomfortable, maybe it means that you're going to have to take some time away from other things. Address that part of yourself, or address what you're running away from. It may not be a relationship, it might be a belief, it might be someone from your family, it may be even where you're feeling called from the universe and where you're meant to grow and expand, but you keep running away or keep emotionally or spiritually bypassing. Now it's not the time to run away from that and think that it'll just get better or just sweep it under the rug. Whatever that is for you, it could even just be you need to focus on your health, or you know you need to meditate more, but you keep avoiding it. This is a time to ask why you're avoiding it and to address it head on so that it doesn't run away on you and hurt you in the long run. Okay? You got this. So that is my general reading for this Capricorn season. If this reading resonated and you want to say thank you, all tips and donations to support Stillwater Alchemy are always appreciated. I'll leave the link to our PayPal in the description of this video. And if you want to book a one-on-one reading to go into these energies even further, our availability is now updated on our website. We have a few spots left in December and in the beginning of January, but after that first week of January, my books will be closed indefinitely as I'm working on new content and new projects for 2022. So stay tuned for that. And if this reading helped you, feel free to share it with a fellow Aries so they can benefit from it as well. Thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful, healthy, and safe Capricorn season. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.